Hello Internet, and welcome to my very first update for my Chewbacca blog. So I am starting a Chewbacca build, costume build, and I will be documenting my process on this blog. Hopefully I'll do as much as I can in video updates, and I'll supply photos and references and links to things and so forth throughout the build, and hopefully it'll be helpful to anybody else who's taking this on, as other builds were helpful to me. So anyway, where to start? I have a bit of a height deficiency to pull off a Chewbacca because I am between 5'10 and 5'11. Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, is between 7'2, 7'3, so clearly I'm a little short. And on top of that, the shoes that he wore for the Chewbacca costume added about a 4-inch lift to his height. So, you know, I'm about 1.5 feet off of what I need to be. So the first thing I did was purchase some stilts. Now they're drywall stilts. They fit on my feet, and it's surprisingly easy to walk in. I'll do a video in a few days about putting these on and walking around. So I got the stilts, and then I needed to start thinking about how to do an undersuit. So I looked around at some other people's builds and came across somebody mentioned using a mesh like this, which is kind of, I don't know, you use it for probably like bags that you would keep like snorkeling gear in or something, and I got a ton of this stuff, so should be more than enough to do a full undersuit. So I'm going to start stitching that probably next week or two, and it'll be pants, a shirt, and whatever I need for the back of the head, and the lower legs will be a separate piece that will blend once the hair is on there. And my arms are also a tad short for the build, so I think in some circumstances I can get away with my normal arm length without being too noticeable, but I am also going to make a small extension for my hand, probably just gave me another 8 inches on the end of my arm, and those will be articulated fingers, which I'm starting to build now. Today I received a bunch of hair. Whoa. There's tons of it. Now, some of the other people who've been building have posted what they use, which is really, really helpful. First of all, there's this gray-black combo, number 44, and this is a Kanklon hair. It's a synthetic. The original movie suits used the yak hair, and then the prequel trilogy suits use another synthetic that's really like a high-grade synthetic. It's very expensive, and this stuff is considerably cheaper, but it still has a really nice texture, much like real hair. So anyway, yeah, here's the colors: gray, 44, and basically is a dark brown, almost black, for number 4. And these get blended 50-50 for the gray areas on the Chewbacca's fur. And then for the lighter brown areas, a lot of people have been using this number 27. But the color in general is good. If you look at it at a glance, next to the other colors, it looks right. But up close, there's no variation at all in the color of the fur. So I picked up some brown, a little bit darker, and I'm actually going to also get a lighter blonde color that's maybe, 50% lighter than this, and mix probably 2 bags of this color, 1 bag of dark and 1 bag of lighter, just so that overall it'll still kind of look this color, but when you get close it'll have some variation in the actual fur. I think it'll look a little more natural. So anyway, I'm going to be experimenting with that, probably starting tomorrow, and see what kind of combination works best before I order the rest of the hair. This big mass of stuff is only about a quarter of what I'm going to need, maybe even less than that. So I want to make sure I got all my colors figured out before I go buy the rest of it. Outside of that, the parts I'm going to need to do are sculpt the head, which will require taking a head cast of myself, sculpting the mask, creating an underskull, creating the teeth, jaw movement, the lip movement, all that fun stuff. Hand punching all the hairs on the face, and I'll have to sculpt feet, which should be pretty easy, and I'm going to cast them out of some kind of flexible foam, and I'm looking into options for that. It's a few different things that I think will work. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. It's really early in the build. I will post photos and links to where I got all this crap, and hopefully it'll be helpful. So I will be back soon, and I'll see you guys then. Bye!